Hi, it's Wendy Saw. I am a mindset and personal transformation mentor. How are you doing today? I just thought today I would share something about creating changes. The reason why I share that is I actually was reading an email and someone mentioned about creating changes, and one of the things that she mentioned in there was I'm not buying the stories. And the reason is I don't want to continue to encourage that behavior. You know, it is when I read that I really thought about it hard and I say, you know what, it's so true. And it may not be something that someone might like to hear if they, let's say, receive this from someone initially saying, like, let's say, for example, someone was telling them about the challenges that they have in life and what has been happening, and now this is the situation, and then a friend of hers come up and say, you know what, I'm not buying your story that, let's say, for example, I'm just going to say that you cannot turn around your business, let's say, for example, like this. That someone come up and your friend says, well, I don't buy your stories that your business is finished. I don't buy it. And what would your feeling be like if someone tell you that when you were just being, you feel like you're at the end of the rope and someone just, after finishing listening to you, and just say, I'm not buying that your business is done. Do you get upset? Or do you get angry? Or you will have a feeling like, why? Tell me more. What would your response be like? I think most people initially probably will jump in, getting themselves all busy, telling the friend why that the business is finished, or keep telling them like, you didn't hear my story just now. I just told you this happened and it's finished. That's probably 80% of the time that would be the response, because the person felt like they have already done everything they have done, and the result is what it is at the moment. So when I read that, I look at it differently, because I really reflect on those words. I mean, when I read it, I didn't just read it and put it away. I read it and then I digested, and I was pondering on the words and the reason why the person says what it says. And I think I got quite a bit out of that, because at the end of the day, it is true that if she or he, your friend, buy into what you tell them as final, as the truth, then the decision has been made. There is no more changes possible. It's done, it's finished. On the other hand, the person, by being tough on you and say, no, I'm not buying your story, you may not like him or her. However, she actually gives you a new possibility, an alternative that you may not see viable or possible, or can see it yet at the end of the tunnel there. However, there is a possibility. And how many times do we come to conclusion about certain things because we decided that it is? We decided that there is no more change. We decided that this is the only way to do business, or this is the only way to make things happen, or this is the only way we can find the partner, the business, the money, whatever the case may be. What if there is another alternative? And what if, by not buying the stories, that you start looking for the alternative that is available that you're not allowing yourself to see? And it's never a coincidence when, we are to have more aha moment in life. I describe it that way. Because the next thing I know, I was led to reading another post in Facebook. And in that post, the person was sharing her experience. And then it was talking about how she treated whatever happened to her as an invitation. So that word jumped into my mind, and my eyes really pay attention to that two words, and I go, Well, what if whatever is happening to you right now and the suggestion of making a change, what if you look at it as an invitation for you to create a different world for yourself, a different reality for yourself? What if you look at it as an invitation to step up, an invitation to get out of your comfort zone? What would that be like if you look at it as an invitation and put your foot forward and see what will bring about for you? What it's like when you take that first step. I mean, I have this little saying here in front of my desk, and it says, unless you take that first step, you can't walk on water. Isn't that so true? Unless we take a step, we will never know what we are able to. And instead of buying the story or coming to conclusion, a decision about what cannot be, would you accept an invitation from the universe and take that invitation to step up and create the change that you have been yearning to create? The dream life, the relationship, the business, whatever that you have been dreaming and hoping all these years, believing that it's not possible, would you accept this invitation this time and say, you know what? I'm going to accept the invitation to step up. I'm going to accept this invitation to create a different reality. And I'm going to accept this invitation to change my world. What would life be like in 5 years if you accept this invitation now? Now, because I am a mindset and personal transformation mentor, I'm going to extend an invitation to you now. If you have been looking at creating some changes and have not been able to successfully make a move towards it, I invite you to connect with me on a call. A free call where there is no attachment of any expectation from my end. I just invite you to come and chat with me and see if there is anything that I can assist you to create this change. Now, my information will be posted and listed below. So I invite you to look at this invitation and play around with it. I look forward to talking with you soon. Thank you.